I love video games. And as you can see around me, I love all things Nintendo. One of my fondest Nintendo memories is back in 1989. We were all introduced to The Simpsons for the very first time, and the next day my brothers and I ruined Christmas. While on vacation in Florida, my parents decided to go out one day. So naturally, my brothers and I decided to go through their luggage. I was beyond excited when I found that Game Boy I had desperately asked for Christmas, and my brothers found a Power Glove, which was pretty good at the time. Oh, we got in so much trouble that year. Christmas was a confusing mass of elation and disappointment, but boy did I love that Game Boy. Needless to say, a few months later, we'd all given up on the Power Glove. That Game Boy, though, I carried that thing with me almost everywhere. Metroid 2, Castlevania Adventure, Operation C, Tetris, obviously. I lived my life in green and lighter green. Nintendo has always had a soft spot in my heart. They began with toys and games, and today have continued that tradition alongside their video game empire, with an earnable point system and exclusive store content. Hi, I'm Dayglow80, and today we're going to take a look at my Nintendo points, what I've been able to snag from collecting them, and what are some of my thoughts on the potential future there. Though nothing here is really new to me, you could find something new for you. Have you ever looked at the missions and rewards section of your Switch and thought, wow, I can collect all of these points and trade them in for icon designs. Yeah, I'll have the most unique account on my block. You have? Good. You understand sarcasm. Nintendo actually started their company making toys like playing cards and fun coat hangers for kids that resembled crows, since engrossing themselves into video games in the mid-80s. Nintendo has always maintained a world just to the side that would work with the games. There was Nintendo Power Magazine, and even a hotline you could call for game tips. For more on the history of Nintendo Power, check out Secret Galaxy's video, linked in the description below. Okay, so let's go to our Nintendo Switch home screen and we'll open the Nintendo Online subscription app. If we scroll down here, weekly and monthly missions are posed to Switch users that guide them through some of the main features of the Switch. There, you're challenged with tasks like playing a game that supports online play once a week, performing an automatic backup of your data once a month, and playing classic games from NES, SNES, and N64 consoles, made available through the Nintendo Online subscription. Alright, at this point you could be asking yourself, well, the Switch is going on 7 years, so there can't possibly be more for me to earn, right? But there is! If you've never touched this website, there's a whole list of things that we need to look at that'll see how much points you could earn if you signed in today. Now let's head over to the My Nintendo website. It's exciting to log in each day. Never know what's been dropped. They don't tell you, they don't warn you. I grab duplicate items sometimes with a alternate account that I have, or sometimes I'll get new stuff with that account so I can save up with my account on anything that may be coming up. Here's a kingdom. Okay, so we're signed into our account, and the first thing, we're greeted with our massive jars of points, both platinum and gold here, and our little me avatar. Gold points, of course, are earned from purchasing digital titles through the Nintendo eShop. They have no other use other than eShop transactions. Platinum points are strictly for redeeming physical and digital rewards. As you go through the site, you'll notice other forms of currency up here. So we've got smart device apps, which of course Animal Crossing, Pocket Camp, Fire Emblem Heroes, and Super Mario Run. They're only relevant to those games, and they're just little missions that collect the points from here and then go back to the game and use the currency for whatever the game uses it for. I don't play a lot of those games, so not much. But let's go over to the Nintendo Platinum points. Now, you'll notice your avatar will be doing different things each time you sign in as well. Pay close attention. Sometimes there's a hidden opportunity for random Platinum point collection. It really is. As you can see right now, he's kind of flying with his balloon. Sometimes the yellow balloon is a coin balloon, Platinum point coin balloon. So you can pop all three. We pop them in the same order anyway, like 1, and then 2, and then make sure that he has a nice low. There we go, not too far for a landing. Other opportunities to collect Platinum points show up all the time. Sometimes you're fishing for them. Sometimes they just roll across the screen as you log in and you just need to click on it and collect. Okay, so we're back on the My Nintendo website. Let's see point collection. Wow, these are huge numbers. So you can link your Nintendo Network ID, that's not going to be available. You can link your Google account, that helps. You can create a racer's tag, that'll give you a few points. But the real point collection is heading to these promotional websites where you can play games and collect items. I'm not going to go through it all because I want you to go through it and have the fun. But to complete it, obviously, mission by finding the 5 hidden stickers on the website. Okay, so check it out. You have websites for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, where there's a whole bunch of different things to do there. Nintendo Switch Sports website, Mario Party Superstars website, Mario Golf Super Rush, Splatoon 3. The list goes on. And you're collecting huge amounts of points here. 100 apiece for each website. If you were lucky enough to be able to link your Nintendo Network ID before all of that went crashing down, of course, you could do that. You can even create a Mario Kart Live Home Circuit Racer ID for 50 whole points, just to make a printable ID. So it looks like if you were to collect Platinum points today, you'd probably earn about 750. If you go through the websites, you do all the challenges. I have had the pleasure of collecting some really great collectibles over. I've found a few Club Nintendo items here and there. Lately, I've enjoyed my Nintendo. Let's take a look at some of the items I've been able to snag in my collecting. All right, let's start off with keychains. Keychains are always the easiest thing to grab at the eShop. I've got a Super Mario Brothers 3D World one, which is super adorable. I've picked up this Kirby one for the release of Kirby's Dream Buffet. Not the funnest game, but I will enjoy any prize I can get. So next we have the Mario Plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope keychain. It is super adorable. It's metal, so it's a bit of a higher quality than the rubber material that you're going to get from the Kirby keychain. This is a nice solid metal keychain, and it sparkles in the sun really well. So if you need that to happen, or just have it dangling from like a jacket, then I suggest picking one of those up. Next, I was a big fan of pin sets. I really enjoy pin sets, and they're coming back with a vengeance, starting with the release of Fire Emblem Engage and My Nintendo's 16-pin set for that game. I have never played a Fire Emblem game, so I don't know how that works, but I'm really curious about Fire Emblem Engage, and I'm really curious about Fire Emblem releasing on the Game Boy Advance online service. So, next for 2023, there is a My Nintendo desk calendar, which I use monthly and daily. It's really great. One side you have each month a charming little Nintendo character, and on the flip side you have that theme continued for the month, but a full grid calendar with the previous and then the following month. It's really nice. It adds a nice red color to your desktop and wherever you're doing your work and productivity. I've also snagged some coasters that are Animal Crossing themed. They're Rooster Cafe coasters, so I love those. Probably will never use them, just out of craziness. With the release of Metroid Prime Remastered back in February, a 2-pin set was released as well to my Nintendo for a whopping 800 points to collect. I believe they're still available if you want to grab them. And the pins you're getting will look very similar, it looks like, in style to the ones that are coming to Canadians who have pre-ordered Tears of the Kingdom through GameStop, which will be another video. So there's the desk calendar, there's the coasters, there's the pins galore, but the piece de resistance, my favorite collected item from the My Nintendo store, would have to be, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Metroid Dread holographic 2-poster set that was released October of 2021. That went out of stock for quite a while, and I was anxious that I'd never get a hold of it. Once it came back in, I believe at some point in 2022, I snagged it as soon as possible. I believe I snagged 2 sets. I've snagged 2 sets of several things. The Fire Emblem Engage Pin set. Oh, the Nintendo Switch Sports cooling towel that I believe is still available on the website. Now, I could sit and do the calculation to lay out exactly how much all of this cost as far as, Nintendo points. Shipping is still a reality, and a $10 cost for each item, I don't mind paying. But when it comes to the collecting, what I absolutely love about it, I can display them with my amiibos, with my special items and games and figures, things that just mean something to me. If I could live down the street from the New York City Nintendo store, believe me, I would. With MyNintendo.com, though, I have an exclusive store at my fingertips anytime I want to go. It celebrates my Nintendo fandom and honors me as a fan and a consumer. When we look back at past reward programs hosted by Nintendo, I have to admit that I miss the collection and point system of Club Nintendo. The prizes were way better, and the collections didn't just give you physical rewards, it gave you digital copies of games. So I could save up for other games by playing games. It's Nintendo's uniqueness that makes its games and systems and IPs so appealing. Don't get me wrong, I'm impressed with what Sony and Microsoft are capable of in their respective consoles, but I've always embraced the simplicity and nostalgia that Nintendo carries for me. I think My Nintendo is just a way for this company that has been heavily dependent on physical games and toys for so long to transition into this new, intangible, digital dominant future. As for My Nintendo's multi-currency system, there's got to be some internal or business-related reason why each and every transaction needs to be separated with games on mobile devices, eShop, and website collection. Either way, you could complain how complicated it is to keep track of so many different point systems. But what does it matter, honestly? And are you telling me you're so much of a fan that you're playing all of those mobile games? I don't think so. I see the future of Nintendo outside of the gaming sphere expanding rapidly. As I've noticed over the past few years, Nintendo has diversified their branding with partners like Lego, Hot Wheels, and Jax to revitalize a gaming and toy industry that they have been absent from for a long time. Now that the Mario Brothers movie has exploded in theaters, there are toys, accessories, and hats and soaps all over the place. Nintendo recently announced that Nintendo Live 2023 will be coming to Seattle, Washington this fall. It's not supposed to be a reveal event, nor is it a replacement for E3. No, this is simply an announced fair to celebrate all things Nintendo. However, recent rumors have come to light to suggest more.
a new console, and an opportunity to get your hands on it. Recently, Zach from Switchforce shared his thoughts on a potential leak about all of this. Makes a lot of sense with how Nintendo is staying in your face. Theme parks, movie, Tears of the Kingdom, and now Nintendo Live. Coming to the US? This event is happening in September, which means kids are back to school and wanting to go to events like this to forget about school. What better way to warm up their Christmas demands and to begin investing in the next 30 years of game sale with a refresher course on why we all love Nintendo. My Nintendo is a series of point systems that keep you engaged in your fandom for Nintendo games and characters. For someone who lives for routine, I delight in going to a hub that welcomes me as a fan no matter what age I'm at. When I sign in each day, I'm not shamed for not wanting to grow up like everyone else, and I'm celebrated for keeping an innocent side of me safe, secure, and active. If My Nintendo Rewards can continue to get support from its fan base, I believe we can expect bigger, better rewards to be coming very soon. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, follow, comment, subscribe. As usual, My Nintendo Rewards and collecting them are relatively new to me, but I hope you found something new too.